Hey, how you doing, Aries? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Printres Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So, what's going on with Aries, please? Okay, it says I leave it. I just don't want to deal with it. Okay, so it does look like some of you guys could be just leaving something, brushing something aside, like you don't want to deal with it. Or it could be someone around you that's leaving something out and doesn't want to deal with it. Okay, could be shocking to you, whatever it is. It does look like you could have been worried about something here, or maybe in your head a lot about something that possibly would make you feel like you're blocking your blessings, or see a personal situation take over and make you feel bad news is coming. Okay, it says it doesn't need to be like this all the time. I would never want you to see that you're going to be driving me crazy every minute, but what if you're doing something that is peeing me off? Okay, it does say there's some situations where you have to feel like bad news is coming, when you feel like a nervousness is on its way, or a negative mental person is downstairs. It says someone down below you could live downstairs or not even live in the same address as you, wants to control your mind with war or negative energy. Okay, so for some of you guys it could be a neighbor. All right. Okay, so it does look like someone's been trying to block your blessings or your wish fulfillment, or take an opportunity to move silently in regards to which way things are going or could go, because you could be still seeing that you don't understand who's doing something to you, or warning yourself that you have better news to come if you speak about it to yourself. It says it's not going to be me that always gets the blame, but you can get the blame if you want to. And I'm not going to tell you again, but you can try and warn yourself not to speak to me, but I'll believe that you're going to speak to me someday, and I feel like you will when you want to, or maybe not want to, but I heard you. It's going to be you that gets the fault and not me, because I told myself whenever I feel like it, I can take the risk and say I'm speaking about nothing but sensual sexual punishments for you. And I feel like if I want to punish you, I will give you the good D and make you feel like best friend energy is there. It says this man doesn't know how to support you, but may give you some time alone to think about sex. It does say certainly he wants to believe that you have good karma working on your mind and sending you back to your mind saying, well, I did give you that, so why are you making it hard for me? It says I know that you've been making it hard for me and you don't want to see me anymore, but what if I want to see you and you make things really easy? And then I can say, well, you do give me good loving, but I don't think you give me enough of it. Or maybe I give it to you in the ways you want, but you just don't seem to want it in the ways I want. It says negative men are always going to be there trying to warn you that this man here is trying to come in and support you with your mind and play mind games to support everything that you've got going on. It says he knows he wants you, but he doesn't know how to support your ideas. And maybe, it says maybe and mentally he's thinking about drifting off into a place of bliss, giving himself the best care ever by caressing his mind and his genitals while he pleads, my mind is telling me off. I shouldn't be telling myself I'm stroking myself, but I've got to. I want to stroke myself for you, and I want to tell you that I'm stroking myself too. Oh my gosh. So someone here could be having a lot of sexual pleasure in their mind about you as well. Okay, it does seem like someone's in their head a lot thinking about sexual pleasure and wanting to give it to you, and the scenario thereof. Okay, it does look like pissed off mental problem with you, and no one else is going to bother you, but her mind's telling her off too. It says she knows she's got problem with police in her mind, and she's constantly warning herself not to speak to you, but she knows she did something, and never mind what she did. She says she knows she did something to maybe drag you into the problem. It says she may not know how to support you, but people will, and other people will support you to be better in your mind and negative in your own mind, depending on what you did. It says you will know how to deal with the situations. In fact, I will never be bothered. Figure it out, because I'm not getting myself involved with what you've got going on. All right. So it could have something with, you know, like maybe a parent. If it's not a parent, it could have something to do with a female that doesn't want you to strive for all the gorgeous or glorious things that you want, but nervousness takes over her mind and says, I will send you back to the same place you felt like you wasn't giving yourself good news. How would you make your mind feel then if I could push you back there and make you feel like bad news is coming? Ooh, this person's negative. Okay. It does say this person is a female as well, and she wants to see that you have bad news. All right. It also says you have libertied on your mind a lot and you've took the piss. But what if I don't want to see you, and I never did, and I really feel like you don't want to see me? So why am I warning myself not to speak to her ever again? I could, but I just don't want to. Okay. All right. Okay. So it does look like punishments is there for people that don't want to see good happen. It does say many of you are not going through this, but love life is suffering, and people in your mind about your love life are going to benefit more in their mind about you and think about you all day. And sex is something that they're going to want to see in their mind about you today. All right. Whew. Okay. So someone wants to see sex about you in their mind today. You know, there's a negative person that doesn't want to see you, you know, do great for yourself and wants to pull you into a negative space. It also says punishments are there for some, but not all, and you will not be a part of it, and you will never have to worry about that. Okay. So some of you guys been worried about something, you know, you feel like, you know, something's been bothering your mind about that, then it's not for you, my lovely. Okay. You don't have to worry about that at all. All right. So let's see what else is going on for Aries. Says, I know I could hurt you, but I'm not coming in today, so don't even think I'm having good news with my mind, because I'm not. Just don't think I'm in the mood to talk to you, and I'm not going to be there looking for you in my mind either. I'm not working today. Okay, so you may be thinking about a boss or a manager or a supervisor or some sort. Apparently this person's not working today. It says it's negative though, because if you speak about it to your mind, you'll see that bad news is there. But what if she is there and she doesn't want you to know? It does say some of you feel like there is something there going on, but you don't want to be a part of it, and you really feel like you don't want to be part of the negative energy, because she is warning you that she is going to say that she's there when she's not there, and when she's there, and she's not there today. It does say it is a lie. She's there right now. So warn yourself, punishment is there if you want it. Okay, so if someone's been getting on your nerves in the workplace, okay, it could be a female supervisor, you know, it says she is inside the building today, or she is working today. So don't believe her in her mind about the situation. Warning, it says some of you guys may feel like you have to warn yourself of someone that is negative, or maybe even taking advantage of you, or purposely making you feel like bad news is coming. It does say the female that does this is always working on her mind and feels like she can work on you to see if you're going to be better off in your mind about the situation, or solve it, or give it to someone that can tell you off, or even tell you that it's going to work out in your favor. It says many times over she sees that she has problems and can't deal with her mind, but she will see that she will never be in a good mood to play mind games with you once you see you have great news to work on who you are and how you solve your problems. It says people will see that you're not speaking, or you're not seeing what's going on, but you do see something that's happening to help yourself or work on the situation. It says many times over you warn yourself not to speak, but you have better news with people that are going to give you good karma. Okay. All right. It also says here that you've been partnering up with some shocks lately, and you have to make a decision whether or not you want to still stay in them. You have to be a part of your mind and say that you're sorry to someone, or maybe even help them, or look into how you can warn yourself not to speak, but you probably wouldn't want to speak about it anymore. It says time after time I dealt with this and I delivered myself from evil. I spoke to myself and I said that good things were going to come. So I warned myself nothing is going to certainly scare me off from a situation that I've been in, But I also feel like bad news is also going to happen to me if I do give myself back to you. So I'm not going to give myself back to you if you're going to allow me to feel bad news is coming again. So some of you guys may be in a relationship in the past, maybe with someone, all right? But it does look like the person may have been giving you some type of bad news all the time. And you realize that you can't keep giving yourself to that situation to allow yourself to be in the mind game of theirs. It says they keep playing with you and making you feel nervous. And bad news is there also again and again and again if you keep wanting to be in the same mind as theirs and wanting them back. No need to want them back. Leave them alone and secure your mind and be better off without them. All right? So you're better off without someone here. It says some of you guys are really seeing that you've shown yourself good karma. So you're working on this now. Okay. So you guys could be healing something or, you know, kind of wishing for something to just work out for you because you've shown yourself something now. And it does say you're better off without them. Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe for some of you guys, the sex was great. All right. But the relationship ain't worth it. All right. So let's see what else is going on. Love life is still ineffectiveness of good karma. It says someone does want to see you and practice good energy on you and loves you so much to the point where they sell their soul to demon energies out there that help them move on from evil people, and many of them. It says, you know, I wanted you so much to the point I never let her go. I never let her go, and I never let her go because I needed her support to help me see who was who and who was not going to be my friend. I realized if I let you go, I'm going to see who is my friend, and now I know who my friend is. It's not going to be you, but it is her. And I realized, why was I holding on to someone that wasn't going to be my friend? And now I realize I made a mistake. I should have chose you more than I chose her, but then I realized I should have chose her more than I chose you. Now who's the one that's going to be more beneficial for me? People don't want to see you win. So it says someone here doesn't see you in a good way and realizes that you're in a bad mood. It says you don't know how to support yourself, but people will see you in a better way once you've changed your mind about something you thought was good for you. You thought she was going to be the one that was going to be better for you, but you were so wrong that you can't even believe it now. Laughing at me and making fun of me, stuck out in the cold and making me feel like you have better news, you better stay there. It says this mind game of his is always going to be the case. He's laughing at you, but he's stuck in the cold and laughing and mentally sick and sexless, not having a great time, but he's also laughing and feeling like no one knows how he feels because he thought that you could be played and played by you and mainly you, but not really, because he played himself thinking he could use someone to manipulate you and trusted you to have great news in the ways that you could move forward with your mind and his, but it never worked out. It says she laughs because she moves on and she's forcing herself to weigh out the differences. It says weigh out the differences, because what if I need to weigh out the differences to the point where my way is the highway? I will not weigh out the differences in the way you weigh out the differences, but I'm going to weigh out the differences in the way I weigh out the differences. What if I hate myself too and I can't get back to you? I don't want him. So what if I don't want him and I don't want you? I don't want any of you, but I warn myself, don't speak to me. He's the one that's got a problem. Never mind me, it's him. And I hate you both, but I hated you being around him. And I probably messed up your relationship for the both of you. But he hates me, so I hated you. And I wanted to see both of you suffer. Wow. So this other person, whoever they were, they wanted to see both of you suffer. This person didn't want to see you in the relationship with the other person that you was, you know, wanting to have a relationship with. Okay, but it says this person never chose you and may have used another person, okay, as a pawn to, you know, make you stay away from them or manipulate you in some way where you couldn't have them fully or be with them. Okay, but it does say this person also is out in the cold, all right, sexless, feeling down, depressed, and not getting any happiness, but still cursing you over and over again. Cursing. Okay, for some of you guys. All right. Oh dear. Bloody hell. Okay, some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancerian. Some of you guys could be dealing with an earth sign. Some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign, water sign, maybe another fire sign. For some of you guys could be any star sign. All right, so let's see what else is going on. What else is going on for Aries? Aries loves you but doesn't really want to see that you're always going to be good. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, or maybe sexual energy of yours with the person you've been speaking about to yourself is making you feel better. It says, I know, because I love myself so much to the point where I help them think about me, but I don't want them to be with me. What if you want me and you can't get me? I'm playing mind games with you because you think you can get me when you can't. Okay, so you could be, you know, putting someone on block, pause, or stagnant, you know, or maybe in the friend zone. All right, for some of you guys. It says, I do this all the time and I feel like I have better news doing that. I trust myself and I feel like better news will come when I leave certain people alone. Situations are dealt with me being away from my mind about the situation, because I wouldn't want to dare trouble you with anything that I've got going on. But what if I need to speak about it with my friends? Because I do talk to my friends about it and I want to talk to them about everything that's going on. So some of you guys may be talking to friends about what's going on. Okay, it could be an earth sign in particular, or an air sign person that you know, consider as your friend. All right, maybe another fire sign. Okay, so some of you don't really care about the situation. It does say many of you warn yourself not to speak, but you have problems with people out there, and it says many of you don't want to deal with it, but it says many times over you have better news when you leave the situation out and you laugh it off and you move on. It says, what if I don't want to do this time and I feel like I'm nervous, so I have to make sure that I'm working on myself and make sure I leave the situation alone, but I still, from the men and females that want me back in a way that I have to have them, and then I feel like I'm bruised because I keep being poked and prodded and picked on and I hate it. Yeah, so some of you guys really need to leave certain people and situations alone. Okay, because I do see, you know, a little bit of backlash there. It says, I know this because I told myself stop speaking, but I feel like no one's bothering me, so when will I come and speak to everyone? It says no one wants to bother you either, Aries, but it does say people do want to bother you when you see that trial and error is always going to be the way. So someone is not wanting you to see who they are, but they work with you in your mind to see that you have great news to work on your love life. It says your love life is certainly going to suffer if you don't pay attention to who I am. Okay, so let's see who this person is, because it looks like they're making some type of threat. It says it's very, very cruel for you to tell me off, and I feel like you never needed me to tell you off. But what if your love life is never going to be great because I placed my mind on you and told you you would never get a good love life? If you felt like you were going to have great news with someone out there, you would never get it. I laugh because what if I'm doing this and making you feel like nervousness is there, problems is there, people are there, and then I feel like, well, I have problems with people myself, so I know I'm not the only one. So bad news may be there for you, but I can tell that it's not just you. Everyone's going through it right now. Now I know problems is not yours, but I feel like I'm in a raft with people out here and it's taking me down. Ooh, so you could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with maybe a water sign, and particularly a Cancerian. Okay, there's also an air sign person here as well. All right, it says, I don't want to deal with anyone today, but trust me, I'm dealing with you one day when I see you. You're coming back, and I feel like you will come back when I want to see you. You will come back because I'm waiting for you. You come back, I'm waiting for you. You come back, I'm waiting for you. So someone here is trying to bully someone. Okay, this person's trying to bully someone that has walked away. And it does say you will walk away until you feel like it's unnecessary to speak about the things that she wants to speak about, because she does not want to hear what you have to say, but you will hear what you have to say and move on from her. Okay, this could be someone that you're working with, it could be someone that you're speaking to or even friends with, it could be someone that you smoke a lot around, or even speak about being negative around a lot. It says you don't have great news, but you do, because the person doesn't want to believe that you have great news, but they're always laughing and making fun of you and think you don't have the greatest news. But they warn themselves, if they try hard enough, they'll see that they're the most negative person in the whole entire world at this time. Okay, some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo, all right, or maybe even a Pisces, or even for some of you guys a Sagittarius. Okay, it says you do have victories and you do successfully believe you have problems solved, but you don't always have them. So you have to watch carefully at what somebody is doing to purposely put you back in the same place you didn't want to be in. It says you will work on this and see that better news is coming. So support your ideas and see that problems are never there and work on it, and make sure you schedule or look into things that you can support in your mind to say it's going to be better off if I don't speak today. Okay, so sometimes you have to give a person the hand, speak to the hand because the face don't want to listen. You remember that one? And some of you got to block and delete. Some of you guys got to, don't answer that call today, so to speak. Some of you guys don't answer the door. All right. Some of you guys ignore, that kind of thing. All right. It says you are confident that you have many options to have a victory. So you're working successfully on things that you're doing. You will not ignore that you have trial and error though, because you do have things that you're trying to work on and you want to solve those things too. So you're working very, very hard to support your own ideas, and people will see you as mean or even negative, sometimes even jealous of you, because there's a lot of jealousy here. It says many times over people will feel jealous of you and not even speak of you, but then they will speak of you in their mind and tell you off in their mind, and then they laugh and make fun of their own minds because you never knew what was going on, did you? You're supporting your mind in a personal trait you have, like you have seen the light of day, or you've got senses that are beyond everyone else's. It says you know this because you're smart and you've got gifts that have been given to you by the universe. Smartness is something that I gave you so that you could see that you always have trial and error problems solved. So the universe gave you some gifts, honey, and you'll have trial and error and problem solved. Okay, amazing. All right. Okay, so I do see for some of you guys you're working on some money that's taking long, and it does say you want to walk away from this because it's unrequited with it taking long. It says you don't know which way to go with this money, but you will sort out who's coming to pay you next, so you don't really mind so much because you've got problems with people in many different ways, but you do work on who you are as an individual, and your success is riddled by treasures of good karma, and you have blessings on its way to you. 2 years from now you'll realize this because you've got benefits that are never going to be given to you in a bad way. You always have problems with people that don't want to support you, but beneficially you'll always have great news. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. All right, anything else? Love life. It says I love her. So what are you going to do about it? This person is trying to provoke you. It says someone is defending and pretending to be there for you when they're not. They keep killing you with mental health problems of their own, smartly, joyfully sorting out who they are in their own way, but never really in a successful way of a love life. And they want you to know that they're staying there to believe that they can mentally steal from you, take from you, bruise you, maturely hurt you, or make you feel like war is there ongoing. Ugh. Okay, some of you guys need to protect your wish fulfillments, your happiness here, okay, because you've got a lot of luck in some ways, but love life is suffering still. But someone it's like they can't get over you, but they're not doing anything in the right way to support you as a person to be in a great relationship. All right, so and obviously that's not for all of you. Some of you are going through that. All right, but there's emphasis on the ones that it's really probably happening to. Okay, so let's see what's going on. It says, I don't want to care about you as much as I do them, but I see that I don't even care about you as much as I do them, because I love myself first. No matter what, I love myself first. No matter what. And it's always you that's going to see that I love myself first. Okay, so this person wants to show you that they love themselves first no matter what. Always speaking about how they love this other person, but they love themselves first. Fair enough. Okay, I'm picking up emphasis on shoes. So I don't know if some of you guys are buying some new shoes, or there's something about shoes that stands out to you guys for whatever reason. It does say I hold on to my feelings inside myself and wonder if you could support me, and maybe even steal from my ideas and say that you had something in your mind all along that you told me it was gonna never work. And I knew this because I told myself it's not gonna work. Someone here felt like they could hold on to memories of the past or people that was going to hurt them, and never knew why it was going to support them in good ways. It says you need to see where it's going, and believe you me, it's not probably going to be the best thing for you to speak about, but you do warn him. Don't speak about things that are going to support you in a negative way. Try to warn the person to support themselves and never get you involved in their problems. Okay, so maybe you've got someone that you deal with and holding on to a lot of things inside themselves from their past, situation, and maybe you help them, discuss things with them, sort out things with them, or maybe you give them advice, whatever it is. Okay, I'm seeing emphasis on these trees here. Okay, It says you do have great news in your mind, but it says also you've been judged for something. So watch out. No one is judging you right now, but someone's trying to judge you, and they warn you, don't speak, but I will take you back in your mind and make you feel like you was never born. Okay, so there is someone that wants to be mean to you. We already know that. I mean, it could be another person, but hey. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing here some of you guys could be holding on to some treasures and never thought if it was going to work or work out in your favor. It says it's all a lie. It doesn't work, but you will see why. It says some of you guys will see better news with your work than others, but it won't work for everyone. See why. There is spiritual energies there that will curse you and not work with you, and there's ones that will work with you. Have you told yourself that you have blessings or even beneficial things that are going to pride yourself over them out? It says you never told yourself these, so you have to believe you have beneficial things that are going to work over the matter. It says, speak to me, I will help you. But it says you don't need to speak to anyone that you don't know. It says problems will be there with people that want to help you and then can't get their way and then tarnish your reputation or drag you down. It says mentally, these people don't need to exist in your life or in your mind. Let them go. All right. Okay, some of you guys could be holding on to a dead-end relationship as well. Or it could be a person around you, maybe a parent, a friend, or a negative relative. It says someone here is trying to hold on to you and wants to see you but can't see you and doesn't want to work on it with you but wants to see that you are negative or not good to your mind or not good to yourself, or even spells that have been placed down on you. It says it's still working in your favor in the way you see things and not really in the way that they see things, because they warned you that they wanted to see their mind tell them off again. For loving on you was the way that they wanted to and never saw it happen, so they tried to hurt you. This person was mental and rude and negative and wanted to hurt you and still does and doesn't know how to stop. The mind game she plays is never going to be purposely well enough to solve your problems. So speak less to her and never see her again. Okay. All right. So you may have to break up with someone here, or you may have done so already and it's warning you. It says some of you guys have silenced yourself from someone, a partner, or a lady here that doesn't really like you, but she's there pretending that she likes you, and she warns you not to speak, but she does like you. It says she will say that because she's always loving herself and she doesn't realize her problems are her own. It says a mental health woman also has a problem with you, but her problems are with this other woman and their problems are their own. Okay. So she may have problems with another woman. Okay, it says the problems are their own. Okay. All right. Anything else for Aries? It says I steal from you. Okay, so someone wants to steal from you, so be mindful. Okay. All right, someone is talking about some work that they did, that they changed or ended or used in your name or used in your mind. It says, I used you and I worked against you. I know I did this. I'm working on my mind today saying, I'm sorry that I did this. But when will it happen? Will I be in trouble? Will I be in a problem? I know that I could be in a problem. And what if I've dragged you into it? It says she knows that she has and she can't speak about it, but she's in problems in her mind. Let her stay there and feel like she has better news in her mind dealing with the situation, laughing, making fun of it, or making a joke of it. She can make a joke of it until she sees bad news in her own life, but it won't affect you. Okay. All right. Okay. So it says see if you've got better news when I deal with the situation. It says you don't want to speak, but I won't want to speak to you anyway. And I'm telling myself off that I don't want to deal with you because I could never. I just feel like it's not worth it. Why do I want to war with you all the time over things that it's not going to be worth doing? Let me see that I don't have problems, that I can speak about good karma coming to you and things that I want to work with. I have better news when I want to work with you and better reasons to believe that you'll be evil to your mind sometimes about things that you didn't do right all the time, but problems wouldn't be solved in that way. I sorted it out in my own way. I said negative energy is there, people are there, problems is there, but always it will be a problem with them, never me. It says I know I can take from you, steal from you, or even murder you if I want to, but I'm not going to, and I probably shouldn't say them things, but I do know I do sometimes, and I'm not going to speak about anything negative. So sorry if I did. I may have hurt you, and I'm not really that sorry because I know I can still do that, but I don't want to see that bad news is there, so I'm probably going to hear better news in my mind saying I did it. I told the person that they could make their way back to the jail cell or the hell that they came from, and maybe even feel like they have better news in their mind thinking about it than thinking about what they did in their time off when they didn't want to think about it. It says, I know because I've put down roots and spells to make people feel hurt, and I hate that. But I know it's hurting, and I feel like it hurts me to hurt them. And I'm hurting too because I know people do this to me. And it says, they're all doing it to me, I'm doing it to you, we're all doing it to each other. Why do we do that for? Wow. Okay. All right, someone could be very toxic, or there could be many people here that are very toxic that, you know, someone does work with. It says, I would never want to work with these people more than I have to. And I'm not speaking about you being a part of this negative mental health either. Leave us alone. All right. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah, check out Leo's reading. I just heard the word Leo, so check out Leo's reading. For some of you guys might need to check out Leo's reading. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Anything else for Aries? I'm hearing Cancerian again, but it says it's not going to be in a negative way. It's a bad woman that doesn't want to support you, and she's looking for you, wondering, are you going to speak today? Because I need you there. I don't want to support you being there, but I don't want to hear that you're always off when I'm there, thinking that you're going to be there. When I'm there, you're not, and you're there now, but you're not. And I wonder, should she speak to me again, or will I speak to her again? Because I probably don't want to hear from her, but she doesn't want to hear from me, and I realize this. And now I'm laughing at her because she does not want to see me, but I'm not dealing with her. And I'd rather not speak to her, but she thinks I want to speak to her. So why am I bothered? Why am I bothered so much? Because I do want to speak to her, but I laugh because I don't want her to feel like she can come to me when she wants to and not speak to me when she doesn't want to. Okay. Okay. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancerian female like that. All right. It does say you need some type of help having a victory if you want to spend or take someone out, or cuteness is running through your veins right now. It says you're very cute, wonderful woman you are, especially sexy. And I do feel like sexing you is something I would want to do. It says this man here is definitely wanting to see you and wants to pride himself over time in his mind, thinking about how sexy you are. You're just a gorgeous woman. I really feel like I could take you out and sort out very, 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 very rude things with you sexually though. But I don't want to hear from you anymore because I feel like you don't want to talk to me, or you wouldn't want to talk to me. Okay, so you could have someone here that's very, very interested in you in a sexy way. But also, yeah, it's like you don't want to talk to them, so they're not rushing in to talk to you. Okay, it does say someone is praying that they could come back though and speak to you, and wonders how far they can get with this. It says my ideas are telling me off. I should never have treated her that way, and I don't know how to support my mind because I am probably not the best friend or even the best boyfriend for her. I'm not going to be, and I can't help myself if I'm not. I just wonder if I've lost out on a great thing. Wow, so this person feels like they may have lost out on a great thing, but know that they can't be any better for you. Okay. It does say I will sleep with her in my mind, and I'll stay there and finger my mind about the situation and wonder if she wants me back, because I do want her. I just don't want to know that she's always wanting me. Yeah, this person don't even want to be wanted, but yet wonders if you're coming back to be messed about with. Okay. It does say you've seen yourself really keen on someone that wants to know that there is someone else there. It says I believe I have a victory here, because what if I've warded off anyone to speak about this, or even speak to her about me? I told her, don't speak to me or anyone, but you don't want to listen to me. When I'm warding off evil, I'm trying to protect myself, and I feel like you were negative to me. That's why I said, don't speak about it, but I put you under my thumb. I made sure someone was going to come in and let you know that they're negative, or made you feel like you had hurt yourself, or even worried about you being negative to the point where you felt like people were going to make you feel bad. It says she knows that she's better off without me, but I felt like I was better off with her than I was without her. And I really mean it. I should have stayed with her, but I didn't want to. And this man feels like he has problems with people because he doesn't like many, but he also meant what he said when he said to himself that he's going to hurt himself. He's going to hurt himself for someone, and he felt like he hurt himself for you. It says there's so much potential in you that I felt like I could have had better luck with you, and I warred with myself about it. I did, and then I realized I can't get you back. I'm really nervous, and I don't want to hear that you have great news, but I have problems with people, and people don't want to see me win, so I'm going to warn myself. I will be in war with myself with you until I win. in my mind and say hello one day or never see you again, and I'll leave you alone. I just warn myself I need to leave you alone. Okay, so you could be dealing with a okay, you could be dealing with someone that helped you. Okay, this could be someone in the past that helped you a lot. Okay, maybe even with material things, or maybe even decisions. Okay, to have it says mindfully so a victory, but maybe now you realize you've been conquered by the person and you don't want to sleep with them, speak to them, or spend time with them again, or even think about them for some of you guys. Okay, all right, so you could have been dealing with an earth sign, an air sign, a fire sign, okay, a Pisces, okay, any earth sign. Okay, it says a Leo, a water sign man here, okay, and it does say people want to see you warn yourself not to speak, but you had better news when you told yourself you didn't need to deal with him anymore. It says the one that wanted to see you wed, wanted to see you wine and dine, wanted to see you worried about it, but not really getting it. He's the one that wanted you to see that bad news was there all the time. And he did that. And he made you see that probably you shouldn't have got involved with him, but it allowed you to see what problems was coming up in your mind about the situation. It says it probably was going to be best for me to speak less to you, though, because I see that nothing's ever going to be worrying you or even a problem, but I wanted to cause you that because I told you, what if it happens, or maybe if they come out, then you'll realize that I was the one that helped you to see there was a problem. Now I realize I'm not going to see you again and I'm moving on. Okay, so someone came into your life almost like, you know, a mirror or a shadow to show you yourself and what was going on. Maybe you kind of missed some type of steps to certain things that you didn't know that you were doing that were wrong or right or whatever it was. Because sometimes people come into your life for a reason, a season, you know, or something more meaningful. Okay, karmic lessons, whatever it is. Okay, so it says now you are aware that you have better news. Will you warn yourself never to speak about it again? I don't want to hear that you talk about me with anyone, and I warn myself, don't speak to me, but you keep talking about me, and I feel like, well, if I talk about you, you're going to talk about me. So warning myself again that I can't keep giving her negative energy. I've just got to see that problems are my own, and I'm always going to see that, so I'll back off and I'll leave you alone. Okay, could be dealing with an Aquarius here. Okay, it could be a fire sign or another Scorpio. All right, I say another Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio. All right, like another water sign. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. It says love life is certainly going to be better off without anyone. It does say when you see why, it is probably going to be better for you to understand this. Oh, that's not nice, is it? It says, well, I do feel like we're hurting her. Enough times over, many times over, I've hurt my soul sister here. My child, she's my soul sister, and I've hurt her, and I mentally drained her with a lot of problems of my own and put spells and root works on her in my mind and negative vengeance and wickedness to the point she can't even move in a direction that's going to satisfy her. But what if she could cleanse her mind and feel that she's got good news again? I feel like I should have told her I'm negative, and I emailed myself one day telling myself that I have better news. I even told her to do this, to tell herself she's got better news doing this. Let her feel like she could spend time telling herself that she could speak good things into her life, making her see that she's got memories of her own that she's trying to help and figure out. It says you do have better news, trying to tell yourself you've got beneficial things working on yourself, or even people out there that you're working on yourself, because I will never be the one that you're supporting, but it's always going to be you attacking your own mind. But it says it's never going to work in that way either. She thinks it's not working, but it is. You have better news than her, Aries. It says many times over, you had better news than the female that was trying to warn you that you could have karma coming and never have good luck. It says she will never have good news, and she's warning herself not to speak, but she sees the light of day now with negative energy of her own, which is why she's never going to last long or see you in a great way. She had to move on and leave you alone. She had trial and error and people around her that were cursing her and telling her off for who she was and how she should become and treat you better, and she never listened. She's negative, but you have better news, love, because your love life is going to be perfect, and you need to see why. Okay, so you could have a negative person in your life, or could have, that was trying to make you feel like negative energy was going to always overtake your life in some way. You know, it could have even been a mother or a parent. All right. Or even a wicked person that was putting some spells or root work in your life. It says she was, and she always was doing this, speaking to you in the mind, speaking to you in her mental state, speaking to you in her wounds, like from her pain, and speaking to you in the life of yours, like you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the problems that she has. She always wanted you to see that you would have her problems. Oh, okay. So it says there's information here that you don't need to see. It says it's sentencing in your mind to jail is something she wanted to see for you and never got the idea of you going away. It says she wanted this so much to the point she never told herself the truth. She says she knows she put down root work and spell work to make people come to you with problems. She wanted this and she was evil. She says, I've always had people around me that were evil and I always saw this and I wanted to see myself in that way, or maybe even a person around me. I tell you, I'm jealous of many people and I want to know that I'm jealous of you. So she certainly wanted to work on you and make you feel harassed. Bloody hell, what a wicked woman. Gosh. Says, I know this because I felt like bad news was going to come one day and I saw it. And I saw myself do something I never want to do again. Keeping myself there in my mind to say I have better news. I'm not going to judge myself in a nine-minded negative way where I'm hurting myself. It says you have better news doing that because you have people praying on you to have a fall. All right. It says someone here does not want you to speak of them, but does see you have better news in your mind today than you did yesterday, and still wants to see you dead, hurt, or even lying that they don't and really wants to. It says some of them want to see you in a bad way and watch your ways, or even your mind, or even things that you're doing to support yourself, because problems are there. And it says people are there, but you have better news how you're handling situations. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else for Aries? So you do have great news coming. Love is something you will see and it will work out. Smoking, drinking, sex, and many other things is something I never liked, but I thought maybe you do these things, so I don't want to know that you're working with me. But I see you're not so smart. You are, but you're not. You do things that I don't like, but I feel like you could work on your ways a bit more. And if you did, then I would like you. This person may be, judging you, for who you are in some type of way. Maybe you smoke, maybe you drink. Okay, even your sex. It says even your sex. It's stale. Like it doesn't have enough oomph to it. But then I feel like, well, I'm not trusting my mind to even say that, because I feel like she's a wicked woman when it comes to putting it down in my mind. She really does give me time to wonder, where was I going telling her off when she actually gave it to me one time to the whole of my mind told me off. She could have sex with me to the point my head would explode. And then I saw myself like, well, I don't really need that. But I do need some problems in herself so she can see herself in a negative way. And I said, well, what if I want to see bad news instead of good news? And I pre myself in the mind games of hers. Like, do you want me? Do you want me in that way? Do you want me in this way? Do you want me in that way or this way? So I can mentally really hurt my mind and hers and then hurt myself saying, well, it didn't work, but it's better if it doesn't work because I hurt. My mind tells me off. I got problems of my own and I put people in my own problems, making myself feel hurt, mentally useless, really, really useless. It says really useless because I couldn't feel like good news was coming. An eviction notice was happening in my mind, like you're going to get evicted, or someone's trying to evict you, or people are trying to evict you. It says you don't know who I am. I see things just the way you see things or feel things. But then it says you know how to solve your problems. When was I going to tell you off again when I know you could solve problems in the ways that you know and didn't understand who you were? It says no one really knew who you were until I said this woman is wonderful, because she does know how to solve her problems. But people don't understand her. And when I communicated with my mind one day, I said I was going to hurt her, but I don't want to. And then I realized she's better off in her mind solving her problems than I am in mine solving mine. Because I tried to drag her and make her feel really bad news was going to come. Oh, so this sounds like it could be partially a lover, okay? And maybe someone that was going to, try and drag you down, put you down in some type of way. All right, maybe even evict you from your house or your property in some way. It says a female aunt or even someone around you thought bad news was going to keep stemming in your life over and over. purposely looking in and making sure problems would go away but still stay there because they wanted to watch you. It says this female is dark, she's evil, and she's negative. Her spirit is evil and may spite you. Speak less to her if you can, and let her feel like she's negative. She warns herself not to have good karma because she's dark, evil, and negative. She is dark, evil, and negative spiritually, and mindfully so, because she may be light skin, dark skin, fair skin, or whoever, but she's a person that doesn't want to speak to you in a good way. Okay, says it could be an aunt, okay, or even a spiritual curse that someone placed on you a long time ago. It says, I know that because I told myself off. I did so much dirt to you as a child. You are my son. I never saw you in a good way, and I let you believe that I never wanted you. But I'm always going to tell you, where are you? What are you doing? How are you? And then I'll say, well, I don't need you because I don't want to see you, but I leave myself to wonder why I did that to you. Okay. So that could be a father figure. It says, when this person speaks, they speak and they see bad news come. It says it's not always going to be the same way, but it does say it's good news and bad news, and they support negative mental problems. They do have problems of their own, and they speak in negative ways. It says this man here is no good, but he will see that he's no good, and he'll keep away, and he'll laugh and stay away, and he'll move on, and he'll stay away, and he'll always stay away. Okay. All right. Whew. Is there anything else for Aries? That was a lot. It says laugh because you've got so much more in your mind that you could talk about and see problems are going away. But it says they're going away. You have never given yourself bad news like you did once before in your life. It says you always want to give yourself good news. So when you get great news, that's when you see problems are going to be there again. The great news is going to be the good news to support your ideas with people that want to see you in a blaming energy, or maybe even a blessing. You have blessings on its way, Aries. And it says you're priding yourself over the matter because you opened up the way to freedom and poverty less action. It says you are now providing for yourself in possible ways where you will never see yourself in a poor way again, or in poverty. Wow. So some of you guys are really, making sure that you're not even going to be in lack anymore. Okay, there's going to be blessings coming in when it comes to money and work for you guys. Okay, so let's move on to work now. What's going on with work for Aries? Work. It says, I love work. Work is going to be better off in my mind than it is in my reality. And I feel like sometimes I'm thinking about it. What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? Or what is it that I'm giving myself? But I see that I am working. I just want to work more smarter, or even harder, or maybe even purposely put myself in, when will I get back to my mind in good things that I want to do? I do see that when I do, I have better news. And I love myself, so I'm always going to support myself and give myself better news. I love my ideas, and I'm giving myself those things. So I want to see better news come. All right. So you're really working on, better news coming with your work life. Okay. There is some feelings of not speaking about it, but you have to support your ideas and say, well, I'm doing better for myself in my mind, my heart, my spirit, and every part of my body. It says someone doesn't want to see you when it comes to your love life, but they also notice you need to stop doing certain things in regards to ways that you don't have good karma. It says, I do see myself in a problem. I'm always looking for negative news, and maybe I should stop doing that. It says you love doing that so much to the point where you always see bad news, and I can't see you in a good way. You're always trying to look for bad news. Therefore, you look at bad news to the point where you're always looking at bad and treating each other bad. It says you may not treat this person as bad as they treat you, but it says you do that at times when you're always treating your mind bad. You have to look at things that you're doing to solve the things in your mind, and try to warn yourself that someone here is always looking at you like you're negative. It says you're not negative, but you've solved the problem. People always want to see bad news, sometimes to the point where they can't move on from it. And there is a situation where you see better news and you're trying to support it, and problems are there again when another person drags you into their bad news, or their bad mind games, or their negative energy to pull you back into the bad mood or the bad situation that they're trying to drag you down in. Okay. And that could be in regards to work. Let's see what's going on with business. Business is also going to be great news for you because you see blessings coming. You don't have to speak about something that you didn't want to, or even see problems there. It says so much greatness is coming to you, and I see it now. You're working so hard and so smart and everything that you're doing, to the point where you have probably gave me a better look in my mind to say I'm successful. What a way I treat my daughter. I didn't need to treat her like that, but I love the fact that she's always working so smartly and so hard. Okay, so anyway, someone's proud of you. There's a proud parent. Maybe this person is someone that didn't treat you that great. Maybe they did treat you all right, but maybe they couldn't see the potential in you in some ways, but they realize that you're working so smartly and so hard at something here. Okay, so let's see what's going on with business. Okay, so that could be someone just poking their nose in your business. Let's see what's going on with business overall. Business is going to be better off for you in your mind, though. Problems are not solved overnight. There's so many things that you need to do. Sorting them out is something you want to do. Information, priding yourself over matters, looking into information that you could sort out, maybe even practice or look into, or maybe even study. Some of you guys need to sort out so much information and business. And it does say business ideas are something that you want to succeed in and support. So you may have one or two things on hold right now, but it says not as much as you did before. Blessings are there, good things are there, good karma is there. Certainly working on things that you wanted to know would not succeed in ways that you didn't deliberately want it to not succeed, but you didn't know enough to support your ideas, and problems have been solved now. Listen to your gut, your mind, your soul, and information that you've put aside to look into good news to come. Okay, all right. It says all your dreams are coming true. Wonderful things are happening. Just justice is there. People are there. Problems are there. But it's always there. Once you know how to deal with it, you'll succeed and move past it and leave the situation alone. Problem solved. You'll have people that don't want to see you win or even see you strive to the top. But you'll have better news when you love yourself and give yourself good karma. Well done. Okay. So it did talk a lot about love life. I'm just going to chime in a little bit on it and see what's going on with your love life. Love life for Aries. Love life for Aries. Love is certainly something that you want, and it's something I'm working on. I'm giving myself this so I can give you this, but I'm also giving myself this so I can work on myself. It says you never got good news in your love life, but you'll see better news coming in your future. It says you always made sure that you gave yourself brilliant ideas, and love life certainly suffers, but it says it gets better. It doesn't suffer anymore, and you have better news to work on that. It says she may not want to work on things in that way, but you will, regardless of what she thinks. And it always says that you will, and you will surprise yourself. That people don't surprise you with the good news, but it says it will work this time because people will see that you are always gratefully giving yourself good karma and you're working on it, and you support your ideas with people that will match your ideas, and problem will be solved. It says many times over people do come in and look at you like a good friend or a good lover, or even sexually, but it says mostly you want a good lover, not some sexual object. It says you want to see that beneficially you are happy with a person that really is going to make you happy. And it does say that you would warn yourself not to speak, but you have better news not to say a word to anyone. So if you can, try and gift yourself this. Don't speak about anyone. Don't speak about people that are not going to be good to you. Speak about people that are going to be great for you. Always tell yourself you've got good news when you see that great news is coming and a person is going to be good to you. Okay, try to speak that into your existence, because sometimes, you know, when you speak like, you know, oh, I can't find a good man, oh, they're all negative, oh, they're all bad, da, 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 da. Then you're looking for one. Guess what you find? That kind of one. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to speak positive energy. You know, tell yourself, oh, there is great men out here. There is some good men out here. I really do know that I'm going to meet a good man, you know, or a good female, for instance. Don't always bash in the areas that you don't want and then you walk straight into them, so to speak. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's see what else is going on with your love life, Aries. Okay, I pick up a jealous spirit as well, or a Jezebel. Okay, there is something inside you that has not got any of these energies, but people around you have these energies a lot, it says. Okay, so if this reading is resonating with you, okay, in that way, then you know that this reading is talking to you. It says so much so that you have great news to warn yourself that if I was a Jezebel, I wouldn't want to hear good news come to me. So it says, probably I'm not a Jezebel, and I realize that I'm not, because I know that I give myself better news. And I laugh because Jezebels don't give themselves great news. They always look for people that are going to support them in negative energy or mental health problems or situations that are going to tarnish their reputation or bring them down or make them suffer, or maybe even make them feel like they've got good news for the time being and never for a long time. It says most of the time these Jezebels always want you to see bad news. It says they do because they punish you and put you down and make you feel like you're one of them. It says you're not a Jezebel, so don't pride yourself over anyone that feels like they've got good karma coming and doesn't want to see success for you. You have to see why or who or where these people are coming from, or look in your circle of friends or family members for people that don't want to see good news for you for a long time, or want to see good news for you for a little while but not really a long time, and maybe don't speak good karma into your existence as much as you do. Okay, all right, so let's see what else. It says, my love life is something I want to see spark. All right, so you want some sparks in your love life, or it could be someone that you're seeing. All right, and you know this person wants more spark in the relationship. Okay, it does say, I realize I've put some sparks there to warn you that I had sexual energies with myself and maybe even with you, but I love myself so much. This is why I said I can't be with you or her in the ways that I want, but I spark attention with you saying, well, I did see someone else, and I want to know if you're working on the other way to war yourself that you can have better news as well. It says you have better news than I do because I spark attention with my female or mental problems. It says I know because she says she's not doing anything with you, but you will do something with your mind if she's going to do something with you. Okay, I'm not really sure which way this is going. It says the man here feels like he's going to do something with you, but he doesn't know how to support his idea. With his penis ready to give it to you, he says he wants you to touch it. He wants you to. Do you want some of my ding-a-ling? He says, sorry, he says, you want some of my ding-a-ling? I want you to taste it. Please taste it, because the way you do it, no one else can do it. Sorry. So apparently, this person wants a spark. This person feels that you go down low on him more than anyone, or you do it the best, okay? It says you both know you will do it great to each other once he starts performing fellatio down on you. It says he doesn't want to, but he realized you are the smartest woman that he's ever known and always gave him the best head that he could ever imagine. Wow, maybe that's why he's finding it hard to let go. There he is. Okay. All right. It says here that someone could have passed away in the past, and those are feelings that still have been hidden. Okay. It says you already know this, but it says you have covered up for a person so much that this person doesn't know how to support the idea with people. It says he knows he could have been a gay person, or maybe even gailing over the problem like he wanted to, but he didn't know if he wanted to. He says he does know he was in a marriage, but he didn't know if he could support the idea with people always there. He says he wanted to be there with the man, like always supporting men, and never supported females enough. So he may be a problem to you. It does say a female like you should support your ideas though, and never be a problem. Be there for your mind. Support yourself. Be yourself and love yourself, he says. He says he doesn't want you to be like your mind about him, but about him in the ways he feels like he is a good man. He says he knows he's a good man, but he's not really the greatest man, and he doesn't want to see blessings come to you in a good man. It says he knows this, but he's not supporting your ideas, and people will tell you off. Don't speak to this man or see him again, because he's never going to be a good man to you. But it does say it's cleaning out your mind from things that you have never known. It says you never knew that one of your parents was going to be a negative mental person that wanted sex and just lots of sex and not wanting to be there for the female. And it says the female never wanted to be there for the man and never wanted to be there for herself and always needed support. You'll realize that both of these traits are not going to be good enough for you to see that you have great news. But it does say you will have better news because you have ideas of your own. It says people will never put spells on you in a way that you can't remove them. You see this in a way that you can warn yourself that problems Problems are there with them and never with yours. So always remember, put yourself first and make sure you have good karma. Love yourself and make sure that detrimental health problems are never solved in your mind overnight, but can be solved any day you put your mind to the practice of theirs, whoever it is that's troubling you or harming you. Let the situation unfold, but see things for what it is and study that and work on who you are and how you're becoming more successful and more abundant and stress-free. It says good news is there for you to support now. Please give yourself better news in the near future. Okay, so anything else with I'm also hearing leave me alone. I don't want to support the ideas of everything, but I do have better news to come. So when it does seem to me that I have better news to come, I'm warning myself, don't support my mind too much with negative energy, but give myself good karma with love and light and sexual pleasures, or maybe even things that I want, but not really seeing that bad news is there ongoing. It does say that many of you don't want to see that bad news is there, but you have to support people that are telling you how to give yourself good news. Okay, all right, so anything else with Aries is love life. It says you all will have great news in 10 weeks time, subjected to good karma. Love life is going to be suffering until 10 years or less if you can see what's going on in your near future. All right, so let's see what's going on in their future for them to help themselves, honey. Well, for you guys to help yourself. It says nothing is set in stone, but people are changing. And right now you'll see yourself moving forward down a road of punishing yourself or giving yourself good news. Which is it? Do you want good news? Warning, give yourself better information. Tell yourself blessings are there, good karma is there. Good people are there. Okay, Aries. Got to give yourself good affirmation and tell yourself good people are there. Keep speaking of it. Good people are there. Okay. All right. So, it always is. I'm hearing something from someone. It says it's always the ones that don't want to stress that want me to feel like I have to stress. It says I don't want to hear great news is always there, but I will wonder if problems are going to be there to solve my own. Okay. Could be dealing with an air sign woman, or there's an air sign woman spying on you, or someone leaving you to wonder if they're going to have good news and don't want to see you happy, but it says they're going to see bad news in their life regardless. Punishing yourself is not going to be the answer, but give yourself good news. Clap because you did it. You don't need to see them, and you don't need to see their negative ways. All right. All right. So let's see what's going on with the singles. Singles. So all right, it says singles are taking the opportunity to relax today, not really speaking much and wanting to know time alone is spent in a gentle way. It says gracefully so, because someone could be plotting on you or punishing you or putting you under their thumb still. Okay, so someone could be putting you under their thumb still, so just be mindful. You might just be relaxing, chilling, whatever, but someone's still trying to put you under their thumb. It says people out here, negative ones. I've karmically give myself that problem. I don't think it's going to be always a good thing, but I want to know blessings are there instead of problems. So when are you going to speak these things to let yourself give yourself better news? It says you don't have problems, but one day I said, what if I need to steal your mind and tell you off and let you feel like punishments was always going to be the answer? It says Aries, you do know that you're warning yourself to have better news instead of bad news. When it comes to it, you have to give it to yourself. It says warning, you keep telling yourself you've got bad news, so wonder why it's not working. Blessings are there. Karmic lessons are there for you to problem solve and give yourself back to the universe and say, I did it. I won. I subjected myself to good karma and never gave myself better news than I do now, with good news coming and in my mind and feeling like I probably solved my own mental health and my own situations. Or institutions are there with problems with people that are going in. It says never you though. Some of you yes, but some of you no. It says you have better news than anyone. Certainly don't want to deal with you in negative ways, so stop mentally giving yourself stress or grave syndrome. It says some of you may have a mental health called grave syndrome and it's punishing you. It says you don't have to deal with it, but give yourself better news than this. You have grave syndrome. It says some of you do, not all of you, but some of you have problems with mental health. Wow. Okay, it says nothing's set in stone, but people have tried to warn you. If it's something that you've seen in yourself that doesn't speak well or sit well with you, you have to give yourself good karma. Love life is suffering for a reason. No one wanted to see you happy, but someone said you would have problems if you don't see that problems are going away soon. It says you do look at things that are going to warn you that problems could, but are you realizing that some of you are going through a downward spiral of depression? Some of you are going through negative energy and spell work or root work or punishment, and people have put spells on you or negative curses. People are telling you off too much, which is making your mental health give you a problem. It says some of you will realize you have to have good karma come in to solve the problem, and it says people will give you beneficial energy to support the idea and speed up good karma. Okay. Wow, that's quite deep. Okay. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Anything else for the singles? It says, I love you so much and I'm going to support better news for my mind. I'm going to give you that because I do have problems mentally and I see myself in a pickle and maybe even a problem. My mind tells me off that I shouldn't have problems and I don't want to see them anymore. So I will worry less, okay? So I do see some of you guys will worry less, and it does say you'll see better news come when you stop worrying, okay? Alright. So, anything going on with I'm also hearing someone wants to invite you out, alright? It says it's very faint, but it says someone's been telling you off, but sees you as a person they wouldn't want to date, or maybe they do, and they're telling themselves off, like, I can't treat her bad, so maybe I shouldn't ask her out on a date, but I do see I want to. So someone could possibly want to ask you out on a date, okay? So just be mindful of whoever that is coming in. Alright, so let's see what's going on with... And I'm hearing sexual energy is something I prefer, but what if I can't get this anymore? Some of you guys want sex and some of you guys don't. A person may see you as someone that's a slut or whore, or wants to see you as used. It says no wonder these people don't get good karma, because they're always looking into negative vibes that don't speak about anything good. It says priest or policeman or someone here wants to look at you. It says you don't need to see them, but someone wants to see you in a negative way or doesn't, and it doesn't say it's great news always. So you have to stroke your own ego and live for another day in a good mind game of your own, or good sentence. It says sentence. It says mentally, because my mind tells me off. I don't want to hurt myself, and I'm not going to keep looking at negative energy. But if you want to see it for me, that's your problem. It says a person here keeps seeing this in their mind, or a person keeps punishing their mind with this, or a negative spouse, female, male, or even a person that keeps loving on you, keeps trying to drag you into their problems. Okay. Alright. It says, I wouldn't want to warn myself of death or negative energy. I don't want to hear that I'm going to have bad news. It doesn't say that you do, but it also says there is someone here that does want to see good news for you and doesn't want to see bad news. It also says bad news is there for everyone or people that have problems. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Okay, it does say the Pisces doesn't want to see bad news, so they're warning themselves to stop speaking about you in bad ways. It says mindfully so, because I've been telling myself you got bad news, but I can't really read you in the way that you read me. And I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to tell myself off. You can look at yourself as good karma when I look at you as negative energy, and I'll see you as bad news. And I'm warning you, don't speak, but you have problems with people and I'm going to deal with you. But what if I don't want to deal with you? And I feel like I do, but I just don't want to deal with you right now. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to punish you. But you have problems with people, and so much so to the point you're going to hurt yourself if you keep looking into the problems. Don't speak, but I want to see better news for you. So try and warn yourself that punishments are going away in the next 2 weeks to a year. All right? So it says, I love you so much to the point I'm never going to hurt you. So whoever's talking bad mind or evil or wicked about you is never going to prosper. I see myself in a good way. So I laugh and I make fun of them and I push them away. Okay? Could be dealing with a Leo. All right? It does say you have mind games of your own to play with someone, and it does say you warn yourself. Don't play with them because you've been looking into them too deeply, and you don't need to do that. It says your feelings are here and your love life is there, and it's going to be greater if you leave the person to believe they have better news too. All right, could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio female. All right, that's telling you, you know, you're gonna have better news possibly with them. All right, so let's see what's going on with Let's see. Let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. It says you all are in good karma with your minds today, and plenty of sexual energy is something I wanted to see, but I feel like when I got it, I didn't want it, and I realized I don't want it today, but I do want it now, and I do want to hear where my person is. Where are they? This could be for some of you females that feel that way, or it could be a mind game of a female that's around you wanting to know that there's sex there all the time. It says you don't have to deal with this family member or this person around you. It could be a friend or a manipulator or someone that's always looking for a friend to speak to, or maybe even someone around you that you feel like stole your man or your woman here. It says some of you really believe that you've got great news, so you've got to look into better things than this female that keeps trying to push her negative mind on yours and speaking to you about things that you don't want to hear. All right, so let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Okay, so those in a relationship want to see better love life. Sexual energy is in there, but it does say better news when you love yourself first and take your time with your person. It says mentally structure your mind. Placing yourself on hold in a mind game of someone else's is not going to help. It says leave it to me. You're better off without them. I see that you're better off without them, so leave it to me. I see that you have better news when you're working on me instead of them. Okay, it does look like, you know, you could be dealing with maybe another fire sign, maybe a Scorpio or a Gemini. It does say someone here does want you to lose out the problems and leave the support system of mental problems with people that don't like you alone. It says most times out of 10 you keep staying in the same problem. It says someone here wants you to win and not to lose, so stop speaking about bad news to yourself, Aries. Okay, it says I love my person so much, but I believe that I have better news when I speak about people that keep bothering me. So some of you guys may speak a lot about people that are bothering you, or maybe it could even be your partner that's doing this. It says it does say that all the time people keep telling me off or pushing me down or making me feel bad news is coming. I don't want to hear it. Okay, could be dealing with a Leo that's saying that to you, or you could be saying that. It says Aries, you always see that better things is coming with your friends or people around you, so you stay away from your person at times when they're giving you negative vibes. It says you always had to do this when you supported your ideas. You saw that you had beneficial things to do with your mind, Aries. And it says that you don't need to worry about things that are always going to be a problem. But what if it does say that you have negative energy, and you just have to warn yourself to stop thinking about those things. Give yourself to God and say, I try to look for better things in my mind to think about and solve my problems without struggles and problems of people's and mental health of others and many other things that make me feel like I'm diving in a never-ending guilt factor of envy, jealousy, negative enemies, or just people that always want to see me abused or hurt or taken advantage of, but then I have to defend myself or see that I'm in a problem of my own because I keep dishing it out to the point where I've dealt with things, but then I can't help but give it again in a way that I'm using the energy and then manipulating my mind, telling myself that I haven't got great news because I'm telling myself that I've got good news now that I am the one that's got the laughing stock, the upper hand, so to speak. All right, so let's see what else is going on. It says you know that you have better news with your love life, so support that and be there for your friends and your family members and people that do love you. Okay, so let's see what's going on with those that are married Aries. It says married Aries are loving themselves right now and supporting their ideas with people's and not really seeing that problems are coming. It says most of you are doing this, and many of you are seeing that problems are there with a lover that doesn't want you or doesn't want to see that good karma comes to you. It says your mind tells you off that your man here does want you, or he doesn't want you, or he feels like he does, but he doesn't know how to support your ideas with people's or many things that he sees. It does say she does this too, and it does say some of you feel like you see it and they all see the same problem. Okay. All right, there could be a lot of judging someone here, okay, which is an idea as well to see that it's not going to work out forever. It needs to be stopped and it needs to be problem solved. It says I know this because I need to stop judging myself, but I need to stop looking into problems of my own. It says that someone here may want to speak to you or even call you or say to you that I'm going to talk to you again and let you know that things are going to work out just fine as long as you believe me. It says he knows that he wants to work on things and doesn't want to see you walk away from him, but he does love you and supports you in your mind in ways that he doesn't understand, but does still send you great news to support your ideas in other ways that he may understand. It does say he doesn't love you all the time, but he may love you today or tomorrow or never again. It says some of you guys are going through it right now, and some of you guys really need to see what's going on in your personal situations. It says you have seen that great things to come are going to work with you or support your ideas with people. Some of you don't need to know what's going on with your person as much as he's trying to warn you, I'm in a lot of bad mood swings, or I'm in a mind game of my own, or I'm in a problem of my own, or people don't want to see me happy. It says he knows he's got to stay away and keep away from you, and maybe even stay there and wonder if he's got better news with friends, family members, or even people that he can support his ideas with, because it says your troubles are never your own. It says sometimes you can deal with it and sometimes you can't. You just have to let the situation unfold. And negative energy is something that you always saw in him or never saw in him, but wonder what's going on with him, and laugh because you do have problems with people that don't really speak to you as much because of him. It says some of you don't get good karma because you're person, and it does say some of you do, but you do love yourself enough to support your own ideas, and people will support the ideas of yours. It says he knows he's got something going on and he doesn't want to support the ideas of yours. So please give me a break, or please me in my mind and say you're never going to get good karma. You're never, because I don't want to see that you're ever going to get good karma. So this person could be negative right now, maybe your husband. It says, I love you, but I can't see great news come all the time. I know that because my problems are never solved overnight. I need to see worries or bad news, but I feel like I have to force myself to give myself better news. How do I do this? Okay, so this person trying to figure out how they can do this. Okay, it says, I don't think I can though. What if I can't give myself good news with her or him or someone else, but then I need you there and I can't even support that? I'm trying to please you. I really am. Could you ideally show me how I could be a better man to you? Because I want to, and I don't know how to support you when you're always leaving me. All right. So some of you guys may threaten to leave, get a divorce, or even say, you know what, you've left this person already. It could be, you know, an ex husband or wife or whatever. It says this person knows they don't love you anymore, but they do love you because they keep pretending that they don't, and they keep stealing from you in your mind, saying, well, you do want me, don't you? You do want me and I want you too, but stop telling me you don't, because I do want you back and I want to see you again. And it does say if he's there, but he's also trying to warn you that you do have good karma with him, and your love life is sexually active and everything is healthy and well, and fitness is something that you practice on a daily basis. It says sometimes I do love myself, so I warn myself not to speak, but I'm going to the gym and maybe I'll see some great news there. It does say you guys will see problems not come to your life all the time, but sometimes you feel like bad news is there with the person in the gym, or maybe even someone that said to you that they didn't want to speak about negative energy. It says they don't know how to support their mind, and people always try to warn you that if you speak to me, I'm going to speak to you in a way that I can steal from you, take from you, and make you think you are the problem. But it says Aries, don't join in on their mind games. It says the man here doesn't want to see you happy, but he also sees that you could be very happy if you love yourself, because he may not see great news come to him if he's trying to warn you that someone else is there that he's looking for, or maybe he's trying to warn you that you need to work on yourself, or maybe he's saying, well, you had better news when you was doing things that you was working on before when I first met you. It says he noticed that you had better mood and you love yourself so much, so why am I telling you off like you've got problems when I know you don't? You have so much great things about you, and I can't align with you. It's like my mind tells me off, like I'm friggin' finding it hard to align my spirit with yours. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on with individuals before we move on. Okay, so what's going on with Aries and Aries? Aries doesn't want to speak about it, but Aries is getting on with it. It says both of you are just getting on with it. Love life seems to be okay. Bad news is somewhere around you, but it doesn't say it's always with you. So it says you have to deal with the punches and roll with it and give yourself good karma and laugh because you did it. You moved on. All right. So you could have moved on from someone or a situation or things, you know. So let's see what else is going on. Let's see in regards to Taurus and Aries. It says Taurus doesn't want to see you happy, but does want to see you blue. It says blue is going to be something I want to see you. Sad, sorry, and depressed for whatever you've got going on. You feel like I don't want you, don't you? But I do. I just don't want to hear from you right now. But I don't want to hear that you ever got problems either. I'm just mad at myself and mad at love. I'm mad at situations and I'm mad at personal traits of yours. And I really believe I bruised my ego over you. And I certainly don't want to see myself dying or negative or in a mad mind game of yours. It says I realize I'm everything but good to you, and I'm not going to be good to you until I solve my own problems. Okay, so let's see what's going on with I'm hearing Jesus take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel, honey. All right, so let's see what's going on with Gemini and Aries. Okay, says Gemini is not really forcing you to pay attention to them, but probably don't want to see you in a negative way. It says they just don't want to hear from you all day, every day. You do get on my nerves, you know, and I don't want to hear from you all the time. But you leave me to believe that everything is going to be okay. I warn you though, don't speak to me today or tomorrow, but I want you to know that everything is going to work out just fine when you leave me alone. Oh, they're a bit negative today. All right, so let's see. Oh, wait a minute. It says, I warn you though, I want to speak to you. So I don't want to say it's always, but I leave myself to wonder why I'm always being negative and I can't help it. Yeah, so some of them just wonder why they're negative and they can't help it, and they want you to wonder why, and they just want attention right now, I think, but they're not all of them. Some of them do, some of them don't, and some of them want attention, but not in a great way. Just kind of want you to see that they got a problem with you or something. So anyway, let's see what's going on with let's see. Let's see what's going on with Cancerian. So okay, it says Cancerian is in shock and in regrets. They don't want to see bad news come. They love you but don't want to support you and don't want to see people harm you. They really don't, and they want to punish their minds a lot for what they did to you in the past. They really chimed in on their mind and told themselves they got to stop something because it's getting out of hand. They saw themselves in a negative way and they're trying to warn you not to speak, but they're really turning things around to support you now and not be against you. Okay, so let's see what's going on with what's going on with Virgos? What's going on with Leos? What's going on with Leos and Aries? Leos does not want to hear from you and doesn't want to address everything that you've got going on. They really don't want to know that things are going to change or problems are going to be solved. It says, you know that I want you there to speak to me when you can. And if you can't, then I don't want to hear from you again. But you liar. You lied to me and you told me that you wanted me when you didn't. You made people think that you wanted her, not me. And you made another person feel like you wanted them and not me. How dare you? You always make me feel like you've got the best of the best when it comes to who you're dating or who you're being with or who you're around or who you speak to. It says you always think you've got the best advice, the best information, or even the best at everything. You liar. You always want to feel like you're better than everyone. Oh wow, I don't know what's going on with them, but hey, check out Leo's reading like I said. So let's see what's going on with Virgo and Aries. Oh, I had F you. Yeah, that was Leo, I think. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? It says, I don't want to date you. You time yourself out and leave me alone. Ooh. What's going? It says Virgo does not want to hear from Aries and Aries does not want to listen to Virgo. But Virgo also realizes they can't speak to you. They just don't want to and they don't need to. So stop speaking to me. Leave me alone. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Libra. What's going on with Libra and Aries? Libra and Aries. Okay. Libra doesn't want to say much but will jump the fence and also take the risk to look over the shoulders of others to see what's going on. It says many of them don't want to speak, but they're under the mind games of someone's or playing themselves. It says they don't know how to support you, but they will speak a lot about you and laugh and make fun. And it says they laugh at you, you laugh at them. It's always the same way. And it says they don't want to hear from you right now and they're dealing with stress or negative energy of their own and people judging them and they don't want to speak. All right. So let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Aries. Okay, Scorpio and Aries, Scorpio and Aries. Scorpio and Aries. Scorpio and Aries. Okay, it says Scorpio does not want to deal with you and really doesn't want to hear from you. It says you try me too many times and I don't want to deal with you. You leave me alone and I'm bothering you today just to warn you that nothing's set in stone. You work on me, I'm working on you. Leave me alone. Later on it says letters to your address or something that's happening to you doesn't work out right, and it says you always wanted to see that you didn't get good karma with them, but then you warned yourself you wouldn't, and then you wonder why it didn't work with them. It says Scorpio sees that you don't need to speak to them. That's why you got what you got. It says you don't need to speak to me, leave me alone. It says I told you, stop bothering me. I could have been yours and you didn't want me. I could have been the best friend or the best girlfriend or the best person or the best man to you, but you did not want that. So try me again and see what happens. I will never ever want you anymore. Tidy up your mind and leave me alone. Okay, so let's see what's going on with I still feel it says they know that you're struggling to stop bothering them and you keep repeating the same old pattern. Speak to me, let me know what's going on. Are you hoeing? Are you out there? Who are you with? Tell me off. Go on. It says you want to speak to Scorpio so much that you don't know what to do. It says you keep punishing yourself doing this though. You need to stop speaking to them because bad news is never yours. It says you always had negative news, but bad news is not yours. It says you have to see that negative energy is theirs, but it says you don't need to. So stop speaking to them and warn yourself to stop stroking your ego. It says your punishments are on its way though. So stop speaking about bad news with them when you need to look into what's going on with your own life. Okay. So let's see what's going on with okay, yeah, something about legal matters pending with someone or something, but yeah, it says nothing set in stone, but people are trying to say stop speaking about it, leave it alone. Okay, so you need to leave something alone. All right, so let's see what's going on with I'm hearing letters to address as well. Yeah, it's just, yeah. All right, so let's see what's going on with, and I'm hearing liar. You didn't want me. If you didn't want me, you should have spoke about it. Why do you keep talking about me and making me feel like I wanted you for sex or just something that I could have held on to, which was more so information, because it was never going to be you that had more than enough to give me. You know, that could be related to money or something. Yeah. So anyway, it says nothing set in stone for people that want to harm you, so leave them to wonder if it's going to be good for you. It says it doesn't say you and Scorpio have this problem, but you've got to stop provoking your mind and theirs. Leave them alone, Aries. All right, so what's going on with Sag and Aries? Sag hates you and is jealous of you and doesn't really like you, but it also says they're not all jealous of you. Some of them really believe you've tried to warn them not to speak, but you have problems with people. It says you all have problems with people, but none of you are speaking about it. It says all of you are detrimental to your mind right now, and you need to stop speaking to anyone that's going to cause you harm. Leave people alone. It says you keep troubling them and practically harming your mind trying to figure out what's going on with them. It says stop bothering them, Aries, and stop bothering me. Wow. All right, so let's see what's going on with I'm hearing something about confidence, but anyway, right, let's see what's going on with Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn and Aries. It says I hate you, but if I date you, I'm going to see you again in my mind, and I feel like problems are going to be there again. Watch and see what happens if I don't speak to you, but I don't want to hear you have problems, so I'm taking my time to bring you a bill or even some money or maybe even support you. I don't want to hear that you have problems all the time though, says Capricorn. It says Capricorn does not want to hear you got problems all the time speaking to them or maybe even seeing them. It says you do know you have got this though, but you don't want to know that you've got it, and you play mind games with me, practicing good karma at times, and don't want me, but I realize I need to leave you alone anyway because my vibe here is rude, it's negative, and you won't want none of this. You need to move on. Okay, so let's see what's going on with there's a lot of information coming out right now. Let's see what's going on with Aries. Oh, I'm hearing Sagittarius has something to say to you but doesn't know what to say to you, and keeps coming in their mind saying they've got to speak to you, they've got to speak to you. Warning, there's a problem here. People have been asking me, have I seen you? And I don't want to say I've seen you, but I heard that you don't know who it is, and it says you do, but you wouldn't want to hear from me about it. You want to hear from her about it. And then she says she knows it's not her, it's someone else that keeps telling her speak to her, because she's really wanting to know what's up going on in your life, like just nosing in your business. But she says she's stroking her ego as well, thinking she could spark a flame with you and see if it works out again. She says she doesn't know how to support that, but she wants to know if she can come back to you. Okay, that kind of jumped back to Sagittarius. Okay, let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius does not want to hear from you and doesn't want to deal with you, so you definitely need to walk away and move on. Okay, definitely need to walk away. It says all of you, hell no, I don't want to deal with you. It says I know I don't want to deal with you and I don't want to hear from you. It says Aries, you'd rather not speak to them as much as you did, but you realize Aquarius is not wanting to deal with you, and they're mentally retarded in your mind, or even helped in a way where you can't even feel like you've got good news. It says their mind is telling you off. You've got problems with them, but you've got better news by yourself. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces is something, you know, they said they don't want to speak to you, but they said, really and truly, if I was to, would you be my friend? Because I can't trust you. It says, I know you want me, Aries, but I don't think I can trust you. One day I said to myself, if I trusted the Aries again, would you tell me off? Would you punish me? Would you push me down? Would you hurt me? Would you make me feel hurt? Because I probably will hurt you before you even fucking hurt me. Trust me. Make sure that you say that you're sorry when you see me, because you will be once you see that you want to try and harm me again. Push yourself down. Go on, make yourself feel bad, because when I tell you 1 week later you'll get my wrath. Ooh, that's how Pisces feel. It says memories are there of people that want to stress out. It says no one knows why this man wanted to see hurt come to you. He says he's got people that will do that, but he laughs because he's hurting himself when he tries to warn himself that problems are yours. He's got problems of his own, and he realizes that he can't help himself, but he's going to hurt himself one day when he keeps trying to hurt you. All right. Okay. So let's see what's going on with your romance angels. This reading is going to be quite long. Sorry. All right. It says, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, there's definitely some controlling energy here. All right. It says separation. The time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So some of you guys might be, you know, taking some time apart from each other. It says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So some of you guys may be dealing with new love. Okay. Something to do with a dinner date for some of you guys. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Someone could want to call you and spend some time with you or take you out for a meal. All right. It says healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so some of you guys do need to forgive your parents or just move on from them. It says free yourself. It's time to take back your control of your life. Okay, so some of you guys need to free yourself, or, you know, come out of a vicious cycle of something here. And it says romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the other angel messages. Okay, Cupid, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Okay, it says passion, Archangel Hanel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay, so we've got unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. So someone's real unapologetic. I think Leo got this as well. Check out Leo's reading, you know, and, you know, is trying to brew some negative energy. Okay, or maybe you're just unapologetic about things that you want to, you know, really achieve in good ways, not to, you know, destroy, conquer some hurtful energy, but to get rid of it so that you can see better things come to your life. All right. Yeah, so we have I'm hearing for some of you guys bailiffs, so be mindful of bailiffs. All right. Caution about some court proceedings or bills being paid, or even worried that negative men are trying to abuse you. Some of you guys feel like men are going to be negative to you in the next 2 weeks. It says not really now, but 2 weeks. And it says some of you guys need to let go of that mental state or people that are dragging you into their problems, subjecting you to crimes or negative violence, or even negative problems in your mind, or people that keep trying to push you into a bad situation. Okay. All right, so just be mindful of that energy, Aries, as well, and mindful if you're creating it. Like if you've been told to walk away from certain people, situations, things, or stop creating certain drama where you feel like, you know, you're not getting the stick, but you know you might be creating it, you know, just leave it alone, honey. Okay. All right, it says 59, number 1, number 49, number 51, number 24. Okay. Ooh, I'm hearing a number that shouldn't even be called in this reading. I'm not even going to say it. It says number 20. It says number 41. And it says number 16 and number 40. Okay? So someone's trying to say that you have bad news and you're going to get it. And then someone's saying, well, she's not going to get it because you are the problem. It says, when I catch you, I'm going to get you. It says, I know this because my mind's telling me off. Watch and see what happens in the next 2 weeks. But it says also someone's trying to bring you in to a class A, like fraud, or maybe mental institution, or some type of problem solving, mental health or something like that. Like maybe, I don't know if there's an institution. It says someone here doesn't know how to speak to me in the ways I want, and I need to speak about why this person has problems mentally, or maybe I need to solve my own. Yeah, maybe that person needs to solve their own areas. So anyway, that was your reading, my lovelies. I'm going to speak to you again in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye.